Begin by sitting on a comfortable chair with your back supported. Keep your feet flat on the ground and hip width apart, and let your arms fall by your side, with your palms facing upwards and open. And then close your eyes. For the next few moments, focus solely on your breathing. The in-breath, slight pause, and then the out-breath. Notice how your stomach expands and contracts with each inhale and exhale. Now I'd like you to imagine that you are in a canoe on a still, spacious lake, paddling away from the shore. Day has become dusk, and there's no one around you. Behind you is a small, secluded beach, some rocks and trees. To the left of you are the silhouettes of hills and the lights of houses in the distance. Surrounding you, the lake and sky are a harmony of liquid gold, russet, orange, and mauve. And it's quiet, except for the sound of your paddle gliding through the water and the sound of your own breathing. Stop where you are for a moment and take it all in. In the back of your canoe are 5 white lanterns. Each one represents different experiences in your life that have been weighing you down and keeping you from being the whole of who you are. They each embody past experiences, things that you've heard, things that have been said to you, things that you've believed about yourself that you want to let go of. Pick up the first lantern. This lantern represents shame and holds within it all of the times that you felt judged for being who you are. It contains the messages you've internalized that there is something wrong with you. The guilt that you felt when you've used comparison as a measure of where you think you should be. For the times you have felt embarrassed by the intensity of your emotions, or have felt like the odd one out. Hold this lantern in the palms of your hands as you say to yourself, shame, you have been part of my story. You have been part of my experience and my journey to where I am today. And I accept you, but I am ready to release you. Now light the lantern, lift it up to the sky and let it go. Watch it float over the lake, its light glistening over the water as it moves through the sky, and its energy and power fades. The further it moves away from you. Pick up your second lantern. This lantern represents rejection and holds within it all of the messages that have fed those beliefs that being you is too much, that you're too intense, that you think too much, that you worry too much, that you take things too personally, that you overreact, that you're oversensitive. All the feedback that has led you to believe that the way you are in the world is wrong. But this lantern also holds all the times that you have rejected yourself. When you've tried to fit in and wished you were different. When you numbed your feelings, avoided them, and believed that your sensitivity was a hindrance. Those times you believed your life would be easier or better if you were just like everyone else. Hold this lantern in the palms of your hands as you say to yourself, rejection, you have been part of my story. You have been part of my experience and my journey to where I am today. And I accept you. But I am ready to release you. Now light the lantern. Lift it up to the sky and let it go. Watch it float away as its energy and power diminishes the further it moves away from you. Now pick up your third lantern. This lantern represents neglect and holds within it all the times that you've neglected yourself. All the times you've said no to yourself by saying yes to someone else or something else. When you've put your needs last. When you've spent your energy pleasing others and not spoken your own truth. When you've sought to maintain harmony around you while neglecting the disharmony within yourself. When you've not allowed yourself to be nourished and your health and happiness have come last. Hold this lantern in the palm of your hands as you say to yourself, neglect, you have been part of my story. You have been part of my experience and my journey to where I am today. And I accept you, but I am ready to release you. Now light the lantern, lift it up to the sky and let it go. Watch it float away, its energy and power diminishing the further it moves away from you. Now pick up your fourth lantern. This lantern represents all the times you have believed that you're not good enough. When you felt inadequate or like the odd one out. When you felt you should get things done like everyone else, with the same energy as everyone else. That you should respond to your environment like everyone else. Feel like everyone else. Be like everyone else. When you have secretly believed that being you will keep you from being happy, loved, and successful. Everything that has led you to believe that you're not good enough. Hold this lantern in the palms of your hands as you say to yourself, inadequacy, you have been part of my story. You have been part of my experience and my journey to where I am today. And I accept you. But I am ready to release you. Now light the lantern. Lift it up to the sky and let it go. Watch it float away as its energy and power diminishes the further it moves away from you. Now pick up your last lantern. This lantern represents all the times you have been unkind to yourself. When you've criticized yourself. When you've told yourself that you need to be different. When you've closed your eyes and you wished you were different. And you've been annoyed at yourself and wish you weren't so affected by things that others just seem to deal with. When you've believed that you should just get over it and you wish you weren't sensitive anymore. All those thoughts and feelings that have stopped you from showing compassion to yourself. Hold this lantern in the palm of both hands as you say to yourself, self-judgment You have been part of my story. You have been part of my experience and my journey to where I am today. And I accept you, but I am ready to release you. Now light that lantern. Lift it up to the sky and let it go. Watch how it floats into the sky, casting shadows over the lake. Watch its light fade and its energy and power diminish the further it moves away from you. Now take a bit of time to notice how you feel right now. With this new space that's opened within you. As shame weakens, creating space for self-approval. As rejection fades, creating space for acceptance. As inadequacy moves away, making space for worthiness. And self-neglect distances itself, making space for self-love. Notice how you feel when you're left with yourself. Just you, your authentic self. Strong, sensitive, powerful, beautiful, and enough. Just as you are.